All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're just about ready to get things rolling today. Welcome everybody back to another edition of my series of Come Hang Out live streams, where we just kind of hang out and talk about whatever comes to mind. As I drop my water bottle off my desk, what a fantastic way to begin the stream today. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Nothing spilt. We're all good to go here. My water bottle just fell off the desk because I'm kind of an idiot. But welcome everybody back again to another stream. Today is episode number 125, entitled Stream Corruption. How about that? Also, really quick, I need to give a shout out to Lizzie with the $1 donation. Donated before the stream even started. How about that? Thank you, Lizzie, for the $1 super chat. I appreciate it. So, before we begin today's stream, let's go ahead and cover our streaming schedule really quick before we begin. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and as always, I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream for whatever reason, I will let you guys know via my community tab as per usual. Where's Kat? Well, Kat unfortunately had to go back to work today, so it's just me today. You guys just have me to deal with. For those that have not seen this week's streams thus far, my roommate Kat was here with us for these streams because she had the day off. Unfortunately, she went back to work today, so you know, you're just here with me today, unfortunately. But we do have something planned for today. We do have something in the back pocket, another Ninjago tournament bracket thing, and we're going to get started with that in a couple of minutes here. In today's bracket, I'm not going to reveal what it is just yet, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to be a pretty good one, and I'm very curious to see who ultimately wins this tournament bracket thing that we will get started with in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, how are you guys doing? Feels like I haven't talked to you guys just on my own for a hot minute. How are you guys doing? You guys having a good day? What day is it today? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday, garbage day for me. Oh boy, I got that to do later. Got that to do later tonight. Wednesday, April 27th. How are you guys doing? Yeah, the Overlord corrupted this stream with his dark matter or whatever he used to corrupt the ninja during season 2. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. Hopefully you guys know. Should you buy Garmadon's Dark Fortress? I mean, that's a pretty cool set. Depending on how much you're paying for it, I don't see why not, right? I know at some point Barnes & Noble had that set for some reason at retail price. Not sure if they still do, unfortunately. You guys are doing good? Nice. Glad to hear it. Did I see Sonic 2 yet? No, but I actually went last night went ahead and saw The Northman, which is another movie in theaters right now. Really good movie. Not for the youngins though. Not for the youngins, but it was a pretty good movie. All things considered, I appreciated going to see that movie. It was pretty fun. Thoughts on Moon Knight episode 5? Ah, yes, the new Moon Knight episode. Without spoiling anything for you guys that may or may not have seen it, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. Probably my favorite episode since episode 1, which is still my all-time favorite Moon Knight episode. Next week is the finale, right? Fingers crossed it's good. Fingers crossed. Laundry day for you. Laundry day was yesterday for me. We went ahead and picked up our laundry. So now I have clean clothes, finally. It's about time, right? But no, today's garbage day, unfortunately. Just waiting for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I gotcha. And thank you, Sandrex, for subscribing. Yeah, the new Kenobi show, I'm not really a Star Wars guy, so I might not check it out, but it does have Ewan McGregor in it, which is actually one of my favorite actors working today, so I might want to check it out, just because it's him. Episode 5 was emotional. Oh yeah, I definitely cried. Totally not afraid to admit that. Let's hope Randy doesn't come back. Fingers crossed we don't see Randy. Fingers crossed, my friend. Randy is not a very good person there. Your school just did a mandatory thing on the reproductive system. There were some things that I felt inappropriate, or some things that I felt were inappropriate. Good thing for me. You were able to leave school early. Nice, good to hear. Yeah, my school had that go down too. It's kind of like a mandatory thing. Y'all gotta learn about puberty and whatnot eventually, right? Well, let me tell you, back when I was in school, learning about that kind of stuff, that was not fun either. So, I gotcha. I feel your pain. eBay has Garmadon's Dark Fortress for $60. 60's not too bad for that set, honestly. Sure, I'd say go for it. Why not? 60's a good price. Does it have everything in there? Are all the figures there? All the original pieces? If so, yeah, for sure. Sounds like an awesome price. Listening to your streams this week helped me calm down because you've got 2 essays due on the 1st. Well, hopefully those essays go well for you. We're here to support you. Hopefully you do well on those essays, and I appreciate you being here. I'm glad to hear that these streams actually help people. It's fun for me to make these too. It's a form of escapism, as I said. Helps me get through the week that I'm going through as well. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that it's working for you, and good luck on those essays. Have I seen, or do I have any of the Monkey Kids sets? No, I still don't. I do want to get some of the minifigures, though. The main cast of characters, I'd say maybe I should try to get from my collection. But in terms of the sets themselves, I do not have any Monkey Kid sets, unfortunately. What's a better dragon, Firstborn or the Legacy Fire Dragon? I only have one of those. I have the Legacy Fire Dragon, so I guess I'm obligated to say that one. The Firstborn Dragon does look pretty cool, though. But I think, because I only have the Legacy Fire Dragon, gonna have to go with that one. What was that noise? I don't know what that was. Apologies if you heard that. Let me just take a sip of my water quick. That came out of my unholy mouth. Not exactly sure what that was about there. LEGO uploaded Season 10 and Season 11 on their channel. Now we just need Seasons 12 and 13. Did they upload Season 10 and 11? If so, that's amazing. Sounds good. If you guys have you guys seen those weird things that Lego have been putting up on their channel lately regarding Ninjago? They put up a couple of kind of what do you call these, compilations, like weirder compilations about Ninjago. I have no idea what to call it. A couple of videos recently on Lego's official channel about Ninjago. I'd recommend checking them out. No new footage or anything, just kind of skimmed that, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't really know what to call those. I'm not even sure what exactly the deal is with those videos. But hey, whatever works, right? So why don't we go ahead and get things rolling with the tournament bracket today? I think it's about time we do that. Why don't we go ahead and get things rolling over there? Here we have our screen capture. There we go. Got to readjust this, obviously. It's a little bit too big. A little bit too big. So let me go ahead and readjust this for you guys. There we go. How about that? That's a good size, yeah. All right, so this is the tournament that we have rolling today. It's all about elemental powers and other powers in general. I have 32 different powers here lined up for this tournament, some of which are elemental powers, in fact, most of which are elemental powers, but some of them are just actual powers that we see in the show because I needed space. I needed extra powers, and of course, with elemental powers, we didn't have enough to make a full-on tournament, so I added some other powers in here, such as the serpentine powers and whatnot. But essentially, this is going to be a battle between elemental powers, deciding which one is the superior power, according to you guys who are going to be voting on said powers. And starting things off right away, we have a 199 from Jose. This is the 6th World Tournament. I agree. I like these titles that we give these. The World Tournaments. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jose, for the 199. Season 4 all over again. Oh yeah, except this time we have serpentine powers and stuff like that too. What else do we have in here? I think I put Klaus's magic in here at some point. Yeah, there's Klaus down there. So we're going to go through these today. Like some of the other brackets that we have actually done in the past. So thank you for the Jose, for the 199 Jose. Oh, good Lord, I cannot talk today. Thank you for the 199 Jose. Thanks for the Cursed Woo super chat. I appreciate you. Anyway, like I was saying, as with some other tournaments that we've done on these streams, we're probably not going to get through this entire thing today. We'll probably only get through the first round today. Excuse me, I still cannot talk. And then tomorrow, we'll probably continue this. But yeah, this is what we got going on the next couple of days on stream. And you guys will be voting on which power. I don't want to say elemental power, because like I said, there are some powers in here that are not elemental. But we're going to decide which power is the best according to you guys, the viewers. So, kicking things off, in the very first round, we have Destruction, Garmadon's power, versus Speed, the power of Griffin Turner. So let's go ahead and switch on over to some Ninjago background images, and I will let the poll speak for itself. Let me set this up for you guys. Again, just voting on which power is better. You know, that's what we're going to be doing today. Which power is better? And then we have Destruction versus Speed. You could take a lot of different things into account when considering which of these powers is the superior power. But let me ask you guys this question: which power is better, Destruction or Speed? That'll be the first one that we do. As usual with these brackets, we're only going to let these polls stay up for a couple of minutes, depending on whether or not it's close. If it's a closer match, we might leave it up for a little longer. If it's super obvious which one's going to win, then we'll just end it almost immediately. So, you know, yeah, speed power shows speed. Yes, indeed. Want Griffin's power, never be late for anything ever again. There you go. Best or favorite? Just in terms of which one you think is the better power. If you have a favorite power, or which one of these two you think is the better one, yeah, just feel free to vote on that. Or just overall, which power is the better power? It's up to you guys how you want to interpret that question. It's just a simple question. Which power is better, in your opinion? Destruction or Speed? And right off the bat, it seems like Destruction has kind of obliterated Speed. I agree with you guys. I think Destruction is the better power personally of these two. I would rather have Destruction over Speed. Also, you could look at it that way too. Which of these powers would you rather have as an elemental power of your own, Destruction or Speed? I think Destruction would be the better power, and it seems like a lot of you guys feel the same way. So why don't we go ahead and end off that poll. That was a quick one. Destruction versus Speed. Going back to our handy dandy little bracket, we're going to bump up Destruction to the next round. There we go. Excellent. Over on this side of the table, though, we have Energy versus Water. Lloyd's power versus Nia's power. Energy versus Water. That's going to be a pretty interesting battle. See how that one goes down. Let's see. Which power is better? We have Energy versus Water. That'll be the next one. Feel free to take a vote Garmadon killed Lightning McQueen. Yeah, that's pretty much what went down that first round, isn't it? Garmadon pretty much had a huge advantage over Griffin Turner with his power. But hey, which is better in this scenario, energy or water? And right off the bat, it kind of seems like this one's 50-50. It's kind of close. So if you haven't voted, feel free to vote. We're going to see which one of these wins and moves on to the next round. Energy or water? Again, only in terms of powers, not in terms of characters, but the power itself. How about that? Which power is better? Not which character, but which power? Drink your Nia? I will. I have a bottle of water right here. I'll take a sip in honor of water being on the board. There we go. Incredible. And it's still a pretty even split. Water is just ahead by a little bit. So we're going to let this poll run for a little while. Again, if you guys haven't voted, feel free to take a vote. You hate Nia. Energy forever. Yeah, again, maybe don't base your opinions off of the characters. I mean, we're just talking about the powers here, not so much the characters themselves. So, literally just watched Curse World Part 2. Yeah, that episode has a pretty good demonstration of how water could actually work in the ninja's favor, I will say. That was pretty much the first big impact of water. You know, the first big scene where we said, oh, hey, maybe water is just more than shooting water out of your fingertips. Maybe it actually could do something a little more. Do I think that Nia will still be around Ninjago instead of being gone forever? I'd say so. She's probably still around somewhere. I imagine we'll see her pop up in Ninjago season, whatever you want to call the next season. We'll see her soon, right? Once the poll hits 2 minutes, we're going to end it. It's currently at a minute, so if you guys haven't voted, please vote. It would totally help out the poll. But yeah, we're going to end it off at 2 minutes. Whichever one wins will move on to the next round, no matter what it is. As soon as I see 2 minutes, I'm clicking the end poll button. As soon as I see 2 minutes. The water element has a great story in Seabound. Yeah, the water element has some awesome history. I agree. And that is 2 minutes. I'm not sure which one won, but let's see which one won the poll. Energy. Energy won by a couple points. Energy was a little bit ahead of water. So going back to our handy dandy bracket. Where are you, bracket? There you are. Seems like energy is getting bumped up to the next round, pretty much eliminating water right off the bat. Interesting choice, I must say. Energy, I'd probably vote for water, personally. If I had to vote for one, I'd probably vote for water as well, but energy won fair and square, so there you have it. Energy moves on to the next round. Next up, over here on this side of the bracket, we have fire versus the hypnotic powers of the Hypnobrai. Again, I didn't just include elemental powers on this list. We have other powers as well. Superpowers, if you will, including the Hypnobrai's ability to hypnotize their prey. So we have fire versus the Hypnobrai power. That'll be the next one that we do here today. So, which power is better? We got fire versus, I'm just going to say Hypnobrai powers. How about that? Fire versus Hypnobrai powers. Sounds good. Feel free to take a vote. How did today's Moonette episode get approved? It got dark. Oh yeah, I was really, again, without spoiling anything, I was super impressed with how much Disney and them were willing to show with that recent Moonette episode. I was like, wow, props to these people. Again, I really enjoyed the new Moonette episode. Thought it was really, really great. Again, taking risks as well. Real good stuff. Was very surprised with how much they were actually willing to show in that episode, per se. Which power is better, fire or Hypnobrai powers? Is the poll working for you guys? Because for me, it's kind of delayed. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case. But I put up the poll. Can you guys see it? Let me know. Because right now it still says 0-0. What the heck? Season 6 pictures? Sure. Sounds good to me. There we go. It's delayed. Okay, let me try to end that poll, and we will do it again. It's too early to start having problems with the poll, YouTube. Oh, okay, well, it went for me. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's try that again, because apparently it did have results. Some of you guys did see it, but let's try that one more time. How do you spell Hypnobrai? Did I spell it right? Yeah. Fire versus Hypnobrai powers. Feel free to take a vote. Of course, now that I end off the poll, it's like, oh, wait, what? We actually did have it running. What the heck? All right, so we'll just let it sit for a while. Apparently some of you guys did see it. I wonder if I'll see it this time. Let's see what's going down. Just feel free to take a vote if you would like to. Fire versus Hypnobrai powers for those that can see the poll. What's going on with the poll? That's a good question. I wish I knew. Apparently some folks can see it. Some people actually have it. I do not. So, yes, that's what I got going on here. Why don't I refresh the page? Give me 1 second here. Let's see how this goes. Okie doke. I refreshed my thing. Let's see if that works this time. You can finally see it? Cool. I think it might be working then. I think it might finally be working again. Hopefully. It says no one voted at 0-0. Yeah, for me too, it says that as well. Let's see. Ba-ba-dee, ba-da-boo, ba-da-ba. Let me end off this poll. And we'll see what happens here. Because apparently it has results. Yeah, see, it says right there. Fire 1, Hypnobrai 1, or Hypnobrai lost, Fire 1. So I guess it's only going to be showing us the results when the poll ends. Okay, I can kind of get behind that. Not really sure if that'll work per se, but it seems to be giving us results. So going back to our bracket thing here, let's bump up Fire, because apparently Fire won. Not sure how, wasn't able to watch it, but hey, Fire apparently won for those that were able to vote. So there we go. Hopefully we have better luck in the next poll, which is going to be between Creation and Light. Master Wu's power versus the power of the Pale Man. So that's what we got going on there. Yeah, Creation versus Light. Let's try to get that poll rolling. See how that works. Yeah, what the heck, YouTube? My thoughts exactly. Let's see. We're going to paste it in there. We have Creation versus Light. There we go. Feel free to cast your vote accordingly, people. Take a vote. Wu's power is gold. Wu's power is Creation. Golden power comes from the first Spinjitzu master. But Wu's power does have an official name. It is Creation officially. There it goes. That worked. Hey, I can see it now. Maybe I just needed to refresh the stream on my end. Can you guys see it? Because it's working for me now. Epic. There we go. Beautiful. Sounds good for me. Is brown power on this list? It actually is. Yeah, it is on here somewhere. We haven't gotten to it yet, but we will get to it eventually. But yes, I did put brown power on here for all of you lovely Dareth fans in the chat. And thank you, Jinx, for subscribing. I appreciate it. There, seems to be working. All right, cool. Crisis averted. See? Problem solving. Thank you guys for helping me out with that. I appreciate it. I like how when there's a problem, we work together. We work together to figure it out like a true community. You guys are awesome. Creation's more of an essence. Yeah, I wouldn't really call it an elemental power per se, but as I've said, this bracket is comprised of elemental powers, things that aren't necessarily elemental powers, and I guess you could count elemental essences as being a power per se, just a superpower type scenario. So, you know, that's what we got going on today. Brown power is not a power. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. It should not even be a power. Unfortunately, Dareth had some type of ability, so, you know, we're counting it. And thank you, Barbie, for the subscription. Did you guys see that new Barbie movie that they're coming out with? Weird stuff. I'm not sure what that's about. And thank you for the poll, you guys. Seems like Creation has won by a huge landslide there. Creation has immediately pretty much toppled Light. So going back to our bracket, let's bump up Creation. Ooh, look at that. Creation versus Energy next round. Interesting. Moving on to this side of the bracket, we have ourselves Metal versus Golden Power. That is Golden Power there versus Metal. Karloff's power versus Lloyd's ultimate power. I wonder how this is going to go. Surely it'll go very well for Karloff, right? Let's see. Which power is better? We got Metal versus Golden Power. Cast your judgment accordingly. This one might actually go pretty quick. Let's see here, though. It was 99%. Yeah, usually these results don't really line up to 100. Not really sure why that is. Just kind of a weird thing that YouTube has going on. The polls very rarely add up to the full 100. But at least the polls give us a distinct winner. So that's good enough for me, right? It's good enough at the end of the day. Just joined what's happening. We are doing a tournament bracket on pretty much all types of Ninjago powers. Elemental powers, superpowers in general, just all kinds of powers, I guess you could say. And in this round, we have Metal versus Golden Power. And it seems like the poll is having an issue again. Oh, no. Come on, YouTube. Work for me. Gosh, heck. So, Poll's glitching around for me. Yep, me too. If you guys can vote for the poll, feel free to do so. Again, it will still give us results when we click end poll. So it just doesn't really show us which one is winning. And if any of you guys still don't see the poll, let me know. And maybe we could refresh again if we need to. I'm not sure if I should refresh after or before every single poll or not, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It might be kind of exciting not seeing who's winning. As I get a text from someone. There you go. Perfect. Yes, gosh, heck. Let's see. How about we end this? We'll see who won. Again, maybe it could add some type of mystery, right? As we don't see what's going on. Golden Power apparently won. So yeah, we can still vote. It seems like we're still able to vote, but it just doesn't show us. So that's good enough for me, because we still see the results. And again, it's kind of a mystery. We end it off after a minute. We see who wins and call it good from there. Does that sound good to everybody? Because apparently YouTube's having issues today. Not sure what that's about. So going back to our bracket. Yes, this one. Who won? Golden Power, right? Yeah, it was pretty much an 80-20 split. So Golden Power gets bumped up to the next round. Fantastic. Moving on to this round. Yep, there's Brown Power. We got Brown Power versus Nature. Again, Brown Power, you could argue that it's not so much a power as much as it is just something that Dareth made up. But hey, Brown Power versus Nature. That's what we're going with this go around. So let's go back to our images and get that poll rolling. Hey, what's going on? Nothing much. We are doing a tournament bracket based on Ninjago powers, elemental powers, superpowers, everything in between. Just any type of power is what we're going to be working on here today. And apparently the polls are giving us grief. So we're going to go ahead and try to do this the best we can. Which power is better? Take a vote. Is it Brown Power or Nature? Which one do you prefer? Which one do you enjoy? Nature's so mid. I don't know about that. I'd say I'd personally vote for Brown Power, but again, that's just me. That's just me. And like I said, sometimes these polls are giving us a little bit of problems, but we will end off each poll after a minute because I can still see the time on it, but it just doesn't show the results as they're happening live. From what I can figure out, you guys are still able to vote, so feel free to vote, and we will end it after a minute and see who stands victorious. Again, sort of gives us a little bit of a surprise, right? I guess you could say. That sounds good. When's the next hot take video coming? I always love those videos. I'm considering doing another one. Will probably not be anytime soon, though. Might be a couple more weeks, maybe even a few more months before we make that one. Not really sure exactly why. I'm just kind of focusing on a whole bunch of other stuff right now. So hot takes part 12 will be coming eventually, but probably not anytime soon. So apologies for the hot takes fans in the chat. We'll do it one day. And there's a minute. Let's end the poll. And who won? Let's see who won. Because you can still show us results, right, YouTube? With these lovely polls that you have so graciously blessed upon us. Hey, Nature won. With a 64-35 split between Nature and Brown Power. Interesting. I was not expecting Nature to win. Gonna be honest with you guys there. I enjoy the elemental power of Nature. It's a pretty cool power. Pretty underrated, I'd say. Imagine if we had a ninja that was the power of Nature. That could be pretty cool. Like a jungle ninja. Sure, I can get down with that. Next up, we have Ice versus Time. Oh, excuse me. Ice versus Time. There you go. Again, I'm still going through puberty at age 22, so my voice is crack-a-lackin'. Ice versus Time. Sounds good to me. Yes, Brown Power lost. Oh yeah, I was kind of expecting Brown Power to win, not gonna lie. What do we have here? Ice versus Time. Interesting. All right, take a vote. Which power is better? Ice versus Time. Which one would you rather have? Which one do you think is the better power? Cast your judgment accordingly. And after a minute, we will wrap it up. Because we still can't see results, because YouTube hates me today for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to you, YouTube. Don't know what I did. Is it because I didn't upload at my normal time today? Is that why? Oh yeah, speaking of which, I uploaded a whole bunch of videos today. I think I have 3 dated for the 27th. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, feel free to check them out. Worked hard on them. Big Ninjago news and whatnot. So feel free to check those out when you have time. Aha, see, time. Time's better. Yeah, I can see that. I'm honestly kind of split on this one. I'm not sure which one I would personally prefer. Ice or Time. Wish Time would return. Don't think it can since it's stuck in the Time Blades. Yeah, I doubt we're ever going to see the Time power return in Ninjago. I think that's just kind of done and over with right now. So at least we saw it during Ninjago Reimagined, which you guys apparently want to see as background images, so we can totally do that. There you go. Sounds good to me. And why don't we end things off there? because 1 minute has passed. Who won? Who's the winner? Time won with 73% of the votes. Okay, I gotcha. How do you upload at 10 every day when you don't wake up till late? YouTube allows you to schedule uploads. So I'm able to make a video late at night, set it to come out at 10 a.m. because that's when the majority of my audience is active according to my analytics. So I try to do that every single day, try to be consistent with that. But yeah, scheduled uploads are a blessing in disguise. So over here we have the next round, which is going to be Poison versus Darkness, the power of the Overlord versus the power of Tox or Toxicita, if you are a fan of Ultra Agents. So let's get that battle rolling here. Poison versus Darkness sounds good to me. Which power is better? Poison versus Darkness. There we go. Yeah, I try to be consistent with my uploads, unless there's some type of Ninjago news that I just want to get out there right away. But yeah, you'll see my videos pretty much come out at the same time every single day. Unless, of course, as I've said, there's some type of big news drop or something. Because I'll just upload those whenever I get done with them. So, what even is Darkness, though? That's a good question. I just understand it's the power of the Overlord, I guess, you know? The Overlord corrupting people, as you can see in the thumbnail of this stream with our good friend Cole. So, maybe just that, you know, whatever works. I don't know. Overlord are giving someone COVID. Yeah, the power of poison. Wear your masks, people. Wear your masks. Took such a good nap. Thought it was Monday. I gotcha. Yeah, sometimes I wake up from like a good nap or a good night of sleep, and I have no idea what day it is. I thought today was Monday too, but that's just because, you know, Kat's back at work. I'm back on the grind, you know, with YouTube and whatnot. After taking a few days off, a few chill days. So it kind of seems like Monday to me, but no, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, unfortunately. There's a minute. Let's end off that. See who won. This is kind of surprising. I'm gonna see who wins. Darkness has won with an overwhelming majority of the votes, 86-13 split between Darkness and Poison. Alrighty, going back to our bracket, let's bump up Darkness. Congratulations, Overlord fans, or fans of the power of Darkness, whatever that may or may not do. And let's move on to this round right here, which is going to be a battle between Cole, his power of Earth, rather, and the Constricti power to basically tunnel, squeeze things. You know how it goes, right? Cole's Earth power versus the Constricti's power of being dirty ground snakes. So let's get that poll rolling. Here we go. Which power is better? Both very earthy powers. And how do you spell Constricti? I'll figure it out. Constricti. Good enough. Which power is better, Earth or the Constricti powers? Take a vote. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Yes, indeed it is. Kind of weird because I thought it was going to be Monday. Like I said, woke up thinking it was Monday. Yes, the dirty ground snakes. The Constricti are pretty cool, dare I say. They're actually, I wouldn't say they're my favorite serpentine tribe, but they're a pretty cool group of snakes. I do have to say, the Constricti are a good group of snakes. And that's how you articulate a sentence. You gotta talk slowly. Slowly and clearly is what my speech teacher used to tell us. Slowly and clearly. But then in my video, I just kind of talk super quick. And on stream, I try to talk quick. I don't know why. But hey, feel free to take a vote. Which power is better? Earth or the Constricti powers? Earth is winning. I imagine Earth would probably win this, but hey, it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. Do I miss Scales Jr.? I do miss Scales Jr. If only he didn't die in that jet ski accident. He'd make a great ninja. Elemental power of wind confirmed. Why don't we go ahead and end off that poll there? It's been a minute. And no, Scales Jr. is fine. He's actually okay. Plot twist, he's fine. Yeah, Earth won. Not surprising. Let's bump up Earth to the next round. I agree, the Earth power has a lot more going on than the Constricti's powers of digging and squeezing. Moving on to this round over here, we have Sound versus Wind, the elemental power of this guy over here, versus the elemental power of Wind, which of course belong to Moro, Wajira, maybe, technically, a couple other people I imagine throughout time. Sounds good. Let's get that poll rolling. Sound versus Wind is going to be the next round. Which power is better, sound or wind? I don't know. Which power do you guys think is better? Cast your judgment accordingly. There you go. If there could be any type of crossover, what would it be? Between Ninjago and something else? Probably another Lego theme. I think right now the most likely crossover is probably Monkey Kid, but I'm not even sure if that's going to happen. Hey, did the poll fix itself? I can see the results now. How about that? Oh, would you look at that? I can see the results now. What about you guys? Is the poll working for you guys now? Steak and a milk. The meal of a man right there. You ever sit down and have a nice steak and a milk? That's going to be the new catchphrase on this channel. Eat your steak and milk. It'll make your bones healthy. But yeah, sound and wind. Sounds good. Awesome. And since wind is winning by a long shot, we're going to end it off right there. Sounds good. And you guys want to see Sons of Garmadon pictures? You got it. Season 8 sounds good to me. So yeah, wind pretty much won over sound. Wasn't really much of a competition, but we'll bump up Windy Boy over here. Wind has beaten sound. Congratulations, Wind fans out there. Moving on to this round over here, we have the power of the Fangpire versus the elemental power of Mind. Fangpire can turn people into snakes. Mind, you can read minds or presumably make people do things, but their mind, I don't know. I'm not a mind expert. I don't know what goes on in the power of Mind, but hey, Mind versus Fangpire's powers. Sound good. Here we go. Which power is better? We have ourselves the Fangpire powers, if I could spell Fangpire correctly. It would be kind of interesting to see what would happen if you could turn people into snakes, right? I don't know who you would personally turn into snakes. I don't know if you guys have like vendettas or enemies against anyone, or you know what I'm saying. Do you guys have enemies? Turn them into snakes. Which power is better? Fangpire powers or the power of the mind? I'm gonna take a sip of my water as we get this poll rolling. Take a vote. I appreciate all the steaks and milk in the chat. I appreciate it. Steak and milk. Power of the or meal of the man. Hey, it's really cool that the poll's working again. Maybe YouTube was just having issues, but thankfully it fixed itself. Fantastic. Darkness should be Batman's elemental power. Yeah, darkness or depression, one of those two. I have the elemental power of depression, Superman. Look at me, I'm Batman. Oh no. Do I miss the Fangpire? Not really. I mean, the Fangpire and all of the Serpentine, they were kind of cool in Ninjago's earlier seasons because the story pretty much surrounded the snakes. You know, they had a little bit more relevance there. But since then, we've seen a whole bunch more bad guys, even more snakes. The Fangpire, in all honesty, are kind of forgettable right now. So... did we include the Formling powers? We did not, actually. I had a whole bunch of extra powers written, but we only had room for 32. So, unfortunately, the Formling's powers to turn into animals had to get cut. But maybe that'll make an appearance on a future bracket. Who's to say? With that being said, it seems like Mind has won over the Fangpire powers. Not surprising there. Going back to our bracket, let's bump up Mind. There you go. Congratulations, Mind fans out there. Moving on to this round over here. What is this? Smoke versus green. Oh boy, elemental. Everybody's favorite elemental power of green from the critically acclaimed and commercially successful Ninjago film versus smoke. All right, I got you. Green versus smoke. Master of Smoke, Ashy Boy himself. Which power is better, green or smoke? And thank you, Northern Owl, for the subscription. I appreciate it. Which power is better, green or smoke? Your elemental power is green. What? Excuse me? Green. Oh, I heard you the first time. Green. Your power is green, Lloyd. You don't have a power. Plot twist, you're powerless. Imagine if the show did that. That could be interesting, right? But no, instead, Lloyd is literally the strongest ninja. Interesting. Honestly, prefer nothing to smoke. That basically is it. You know, it's like, would you rather have smoke power or nothing? Just the metaphorical power to hold your team together. You're literally the glue that holds the ninja together, Lloyd. That's where your power comes from. That's the green power, from what I can understand from watching the Ninjago film. Of course, smoke is good. Don't know about that. It's kind of hard to recommend smoke. I just realized the poll says green smoke. Take that as you will. Seems like this poll is also having issues, so we're just going to end it at a minute. We're going to end it there. And we'll see who wins, because I still cannot see the results. Sometimes the polls work, sometimes they cannot. So it's been a minute. Let's end it. Who won? I have no idea. Who won? Green actually won over smoke. Interesting. All right. Yeah, green spirit smoke. Green smoke. Take that as you will. Green smoke is Venomari mixed with spirit smoke. Yeah, you combine the two things together, you can make green smoke. So moving on to the bracket, green won surprisingly over smoke, so green gets bumped up to the next round there. Already looking pretty good in terms of this next couple of battles. Now here we have a battle between Shadow and Lightning. There we go. Which power is better, Shadow or Lightning? That'll be the next round. Let me prepare the poll for you guys. Green is your favorite color? Nice. Mine's blue. I like blue. Shadow versus Lightning. Whatever, Thunder. Thunder, why you calling me Thunder? Oh, because Thunder always comes after Lightning. Haha, got him. Good one, Lightning McQueen in the quest for tires. Take a vote. Which power is better, Shadow or Lightning? As I take a sip of my water bottle. And hey, that one works. How about that? So it seems like a 50-50 chance. Will the poll work this time? Let's find out. I'm on the edge of my seat because this is so suspenseful. There you go. Yeah, I prefer Lightning over Shadow as well. I'd rather have Lightning. Can you imagine that, though? Having the power of Shadow? Yeah, with Shadow you can teleport. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's an underrated part of this Shadow power that I feel like a lot of people overlook. But Lightning, I probably prefer Lightning, to be honest with you. But that's just me. That's just my humble opinion. This ain't up to me. It's up to you guys. But it does seem as though Lightning has the majority of the votes. So why don't we go ahead and end it off there? Seems like Lightning has won over Shadow. There we go. Lightning versus Shadow. So going back to our brackets. There we go. We're going to bump up Lightning. Over here, we have the power of the Venomari versus the power of Form. So you basically get to hallucinate, or you can transform into other people. Which power would you rather have? The Venomari power or the power of Form? Not really sure which one I would prefer, unfortunately. Let's see. One of you guys asked for a certain set of pictures. Season 2? All right. Season 2 pictures. I can roll with that. So, moving on to our poll. We're going to plop that question in there. Venomari powers or Form? You could either hallucinate, make other people hallucinate, or you can transform into people. I don't know which one sounds more fun, but it's not up to me. Feel free to take a vote. We also have a $5 donation from Jen, playing Batman Arkham Knight 243 riddles to collect only 82. Interesting. So you need to collect 243 riddles? That sounds kind of fun. I like when video games do that. They actually give you something to do, you know, aside from just run around the city and just be Batman. I like that. Hopefully you're having fun playing the Batman Arkham Knight game. I have not played it, but thank you, Jen, for the $5 donation. I appreciate it, as usual. Would not want you to do this, brother. And there you go. There's a cursed woo. Interesting. It is not fun to do? Oh no, I've never played that before. I've never played the game. It does sound fun, though, collecting riddles, but why isn't it fun? I imagine it could get kind of annoying sometimes, considering there's so many. I gotcha. I've done that in games before. Gotten annoyed as to how many things I need to collect. I understand. I pick up what you're putting down. Which power is better, Venomari or Form? I cannot see the results, so after 1 minute, we will end it. And there's the minute. Speak of the minute. There we go. Who won? Let us see. Form actually beat out the Venomari power. All right, with 69 votes. Funny number. Oh, such distinguished humor there. Look at this distinguished gentleman. Let's bump up Form 1, right? Yes, Form 1. Good job, Camille, and all the Camille fans out there. Next up, we have the power of the Anachondri versus the elemental power of gravity. So you can float, fly, whatever, or you could turn invisible and be one of the strongest snakes across all of Ninjago lore. Sounds like fun, right? So let's get that poll rolling. Where is my poll? Where are you, my lovely poll? There you are. Gravity versus Anachondri powers. There we go. Anachondri powers. Could not spell Anachondri for a second. Excuse me. Gravity versus, what did I say? Anachondri powers. There you go. Which power is better? Take a vote. Feel free to take a vote accordingly. What's my favorite dragon in Ninjago? In terms of like dragons with personalities, I like Rocky. Rocky's a cool guy. Kind of miss him. Unfortunately, he was turned into a chair after he merged with his brothers, which is unfortunate, but that's pretty much what went down. But no, I miss Rocky. Rocky was a good boy. Zippy kind of reminds me of Rocky. He kind of has that distinct personality. Out of the original dragons, I think only Rocky had like a distinct personality, didn't he? Can't really recall any of the other dragons having like characteristics. But Rocky, he was a good boy. Haven't been able to see any of the votes in the community polls either. Yeah, we've been having some type of issue with the polls during this stream. Not really sure why. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But hey, this is one of the times where it doesn't work, unfortunately. But it still lets me see the results at the very end, which is pretty much all we need. After a minute, we will end it off and see who won. So if you haven't voted yet, we're almost out of time on the polls, so feel free to take a vote. In fact, that'll pretty much wrap it up there. So, who won? Let us see. Who won? Gravity actually won. As opposed to Anaconda Powers. It actually was a pretty close battle there, 51-47. Kind of a little bit closer than I thought it would be. So going back to our bracket, Gravity actually won over Anaconda Powers, which is kind of interesting. Not gonna lie. And for the final round in the for the final fight in the first round of the bracket here, we have Klaus's Magic, so the power of magic, whatever you want to call that, versus the power of Amber. So pretty much a season 4 showdown here. Amber, the ability to copy powers, or Magic, the ability to do whatever it is that Klaus does. So why don't we get that set up? Last matchup in the first round. Magic. Again, magic is very, very open to interpretation. Whatever Klaus was able to do, you can do it too. Sorcery? Okay, let's do magic / sorcery, just so we don't get confuzzled. Magic / sorcery, or Amber. Take a vote. Which one do you think is better? Which power is the better power? Fire chapter pictures? Sure, we can do fire chapter. That sounds good. Fire chapter pictures sounds good. I think it'd be cool if in a next generation thing, the Master of Form uses his power all the time so no one knows what he actually looks like. That would be pretty cool. Kind of a missed opportunity. Maybe they should have done that with Camille during the tournament. She always looks like somebody else, and you never know what she really looks like. That could have been really cool. Really fun. What's Amber? Amber is Skylar's power, the ability to copy and utilize other powers. It's a pretty cool power, if I do say so myself. And also with the magic sorcery thing, you could also refer to that as the Skull Sorcerer's powers. You know, doesn't just have to be Klaus's power. We've seen a couple of different forms of magic in the Ninjago universe, so, you know, it's either magic or Amber. Which one do you guys think is going to win? And actually, we can see the results here because the poll fixed itself halfway through. Intriguing. Love when that happens. So it seems like Amber is going to win over magic sorcery. In fact, there's a minute. Minute has passed, so we're going to go ahead and give Amber the victory there. Moving on to our screen capture, Amber gets bumped up to the next round. So that'll do it for the first round of the tournament, and as you can see, we still have a whole bunch more battles to go. Moving on to the next round, though, what do we have for powers? We have Destruction, Fire, Golden Power, Time, Earth, Mind, Lightning, Gravity. Then we have Amber, Form, Green, Wind, Destruction, Nature, Creation, and Energy. So, pretty interesting matchup here. Pretty interesting group of powers. We still have time left in the stream, so how about we continue with this tournament? We'll move on to the next round right away. Like I said, we're probably not going to finish this entire thing today. We might have to have this bleed into tomorrow, which will totally be okay. For me. So, why don't we continue, though, since we still have time? Next up, Destruction versus Fire. That'll be the next round there. Why don't we go ahead and get the poll rolling for that battle? Destruction versus Fire. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Which power is better? Destruction versus Fire. Could we extend this stream, please? I would love to extend the stream for you guys. Unfortunately, I still have a lot of things to do tonight. Like I said, it's garbage night. Got to get those up before it gets really dark outside. Also got to get dishes done. Got to do a video for tomorrow. I just have too much going on for tonight. But like I said, we'll continue the stream into tomorrow, or continue the bracket into tomorrow's stream. So don't you worry. Unfortunately, though, we can't really extend the stream tonight. Sorry about that, folks. In the meantime, though, take a vote in this poll. Which do you think is the better power, Destruction or Fire? Take a vote. Don't know why I said fire like Master Chen. My inner psycho is coming out. So, you know, where's my button? Might as well be like Chen even further, right? Push the buttons.
Yes.
There we go. Lovely. Love the Megatron button. Seems like Destruction's winning so far. I agree. Maybe that power is a little bit better than fire, dare I say. Fire is pretty cool, though. I think, personally, I'd want fire as a power, but destruction, I can see where you guys are coming from in voting for destruction. I gotcha. I understand. How many buttons does that man have? Yeah, and each button does a different thing. How about that? Let's see. Chen's annoying. Yeah, some people don't like Chen. I gotcha. I think Master Chen's a pretty cool guy, though. I don't really have an issue with him. What time will the stream be tomorrow? Same time tomorrow. Same time, starting at 7 Central Time, going until 8. So we'll probably finish the bracket a little bit early tomorrow, you know, and then just have the rest of the stream as like a hangout session like we usually do. So why don't we go ahead and end off this poll here. Destruction has clearly won over fire. Kind of a close matchup there, 58-41. But at the end of the day, destruction remains superior. So destruction gets bumped up to the next round there, beating out fire. Kind of unfortunate. I liked fire as an element. I probably prefer that over destruction. But hey, you guys voted for destruction, so there you go. Moving on to this round over here, though, speaking of powers that come from the literal gods, we have energy versus creation. Lloyd's original power versus, or his current power, I guess you could say, versus creation. Master Wu's power, essence, abilities, whatever you want to call it, whatever works. Yeah, energy versus creation. Sounds good. Let's get that rolling. Let's get that poll rolling. Bada bing. Bada boom. What do we have here? Energy versus creation. Ooh, there's a bot in the chat. Fun. All right. A bot has entered the live chat. I have never seen bots in the live chat before. That is a first to me. But we will remove that because we don't want no bots here. Except for Zane and Pixel. They can stay. They can stay. But in terms of the poll, take a vote. Creation or energy, which is better? And also, we have a super chat, as you heard, from Jen, another $5 donation. In Batman Arkham City, there are 440 to collect. It is not fun with an egomaniac yelling at you. That does not sound fun. Does not sound fun at all. I take back what I said earlier about that sounding like fun. I imagine on paper it might sound a little bit better, but when you actually play the game, sounds like it could be actually annoying. So apologies, though, but thank you very much, Jen, for the $5 super chat. Super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Pretty close battle here between energy and creation. Seems like creation is kind of winning over energy, though. So if you guys haven't taken a vote just yet, feel free to do so. Yeah, Zane and Pixel are okay. They can stay. Those bots can stay. Same deal with like Mindroid, Cryptor, Mr. E. All of the Ninjago bots could stay. But in terms of like that one bot that showed up, nope. We don't tolerate that here. No thank you. As I put my water bottle away there. Creation's fun, but energy's better. Yeah, I don't know. I think creation is probably my go-to if I had to pick one. I'd probably pick creation, to be honest with you. Why don't we go ahead and end it off there, though? There we go. Did you see what the bot was advertising? Oh, yeah. Yep. Not on this stream. No, no, no. No, thank you. Everybody can do that on their own time. Not here. Not here. Creation has won out over energy. So going back to our bracket really quick. There we go. Creation gets bumped up to the next round. How about that? Moving on to this battle over here. Golden Power versus Time. All right. That'll be the next one. Golden Power versus Time. Sounds good. Let's get it. Let's start it up. Which is better? Golden Power or Time? That is what the bracket was, or the next round was, right? Yep. Golden Power versus Time. Sounds good. Take a vote. Enjoy. If the ninja had a domestic pet, what would they have? I think it'd be cool for the ninja to have a dog. That could be fun. Like a little puppy that just follows them around. I'd enjoy that. They have that chicken that shoots lightning, but if they had a dog, maybe it just wouldn't have any powers, except maybe every now and then Master Wu could maybe strap a crossbow on the side of the dog, and then maybe it could actually help out the ninja from time to time. Maybe get him a husky. I don't know. Give the ninja a husky and give the husky a crossbow and call it good from there. That's my thoughts in a nutshell. There we go. And apologies for my rambling. Chicken would have killed the dog. Yeah, I mean, that chicken's kind of dangerous. I don't know why Master Wu has that around. RIP Transformers. Oh no, we can have Transformers here. I mean, maybe not certain ones, like, you know, I don't want to see, like, Hot Rod here. I'm not really a huge fan of Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime, but hey, maybe everybody else, they could show up, for sure. Why not, right? Rip the dog. Then the dog can shoot the chicken. Yeah, if you get a chicken that can shoot lightning, make its opponent a dog that has a crossbow. I think that could be pretty evenly matched, right? For sure. It seems like this matchup here is kind of close. Golden Power versus Time. So if you guys haven't voted yet, take a vote. We're going to actually let this one go to 2 minutes instead of just the 1. And then whatever it is at the end of the 2-minute mark, we will end it off there. And that'll probably be it for the bracket for today's stream. So this is going to be the last round, I think. Considering how it is a close one, I think we could pretty much end it there. But if you guys haven't voted in the poll, take a vote. Got a little bit more time left. Or Revenge of the Fallen, Wheelie, Skids, and Mudflap. Yep. None of those guys either. We're keeping like a list of people that we don't want here. And those guys are definitely on that list. Nothing against them personally. They're just not super great. So they're not allowed to be here. And that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's the real world for you. Sometimes it kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and end it off there. That is the 2-minute mark. Who won? I didn't see. Actually, I really didn't. Who won? Who won? Golden Power actually beat out Time. Interesting. Intriguing. So going back to our bracket, let's bump up Golden Power because it won over Time. And with that being said, I think that's all we have time for in today's stream. We got a lot done today, though. Got a lot done. Blew through the first round, even got a few second round matchups done. So far, we have Destruction, Creation, and Golden Power in the top, top 8? Okay, I can get down with that. Tomorrow, like I said, we're probably going to be continuing this. We have a couple more rounds in the second, or a couple more fights in the second round to do, excuse me. And then we have, of course, the top 4, top 2, and then we will eventually decide on the winner. So that'll be tomorrow's plan for tomorrow's stream. In the meantime, guys, we only have a couple of minutes left in this stream right here. So if you guys want to hang out for a few more minutes, you are more than welcome to. Otherwise, we're just about ready to wrap it up here. Just about getting done with the stream. Almost quitting time. But yeah, with that bracket, I have it saved. We'll continue it tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow's plan. In the meantime, guys, how are you guys doing? Do you guys have any last minute questions that you guys want to ask? Anything last minute that you guys want to talk about? Did you guys see the Ninjago news today? Pretty good stuff. I'd say so. Got the Korean release date and what's allegedly the actual title of Season 16. Check out my videos from today if you haven't done so just yet. Can you see the cat pictures? Sure. I would love to show you the cat pictures. There you go. There's my little babies, Waffle and Momo. They're actually both sitting over on the bed right now. They're sitting together. How cute. They're friends. Oh, really proud of them. Gonna give them some treats later for being good. It's always fun when you see them actually working together, or at least hanging out together. Even if they're a little bit apart on the bed, it's still cute to see the kitties actually liking each other. I like them. What villains would I like to see in the Batman 2? People have been saying Mr. Freeze. I'd be down with a Mr. Freeze. We haven't seen Mr. Freeze in the movies since, Arnold? I think it's about time we get a new Mr. Freeze. And since at the end of the Batman, the city is like flooded or whatever, you could freeze that over, and that can be the issue. The city's frozen instead of flooded. I'd go for Mr. Freeze. We have a $2 donation from Hybrid Lucas. Zane should have a husky. Kai can have a parrot. Actually, Kai having a parrot sounds pretty fun. I think a parrot would be an awesome pet for Kai. I imagine he'd get annoyed with it after a while. But hey, I think that could be pretty fun.
Would not want you to do this, brother.
And in terms of Zane having a husky, yeah, sounds good. Thank you, Hybrid Lucas, for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. If Lloyd had triplets, would there be 3 green ninjas? I mean, it depends if all of those children inherit Lloyd's power, right? Maybe the power could be split 3 ways, and maybe there could be 3 green ninja. That could be kind of cool because it might be a callback back to the Lego ninja theme from the 90s where there were multiple green ninja. That might be a pretty interesting decision. Maybe the Ninjago series should look into that. That could be a pretty cool reference. How would I rank the Tobey Maguire films? Tobey's Spider-Man movies? I'd say 2's the best, 1's in the middle, and 3's probably the worst. I think that's going to be a common ranking, though. And Jay needs the parrot. They would both talk a lot. True. Yeah, I mean, Jay talks a lot. The parrot would repeat everything that Jay says. That would just be chaos, and I would love to see that. If Kai had parrot, we'd have a roasted parrot. Yeah, I'm not sure how long the parrot would last if it would be Kai's pet. What would be a good pet for Kai? Maybe like a salamander or something. Like a lizard. Something like that. Something that exists in dry environments. That could be Kai's pet, right? Maybe. Sure. Let's see. The polls were corrupted on stream corruption. Yeah, a couple of you guys pointed that out. It's kind of funny. One of those little coinkydinks that kind of just lines up and works. Hopefully in tomorrow's stream we'll have better luck with the polls. I'm just happy that they still showed me results, because if they didn't show results, we wouldn't be able to do the bracket. Thankfully, it showed us results. And like I said, in tomorrow's stream, we will continue the power bracket and see who ultimately wins that. So, best for Jay would be a cat. Yeah, for sure. Give Jay like a therapy cat. Why not, right? Cats are nice. Cats are therapeutic. I have 2 cats, and they help me out quite a bit. Fire salamander's a real thing. Dude, Charmander exists for real? Let's go. Awesome. This stream is more corrupted than the Gotham City Police Department. Yeah. If you guys have seen the Batman, oh yeah, that police department is very, very corrupt. Very, very corrupt indeed. If I could change one thing in Ninjago, what would it be? If I could change one thing in Ninjago, maybe the target audience for the show, maybe I'd change that. That could make Ninjago a little bit more mature, you know, if it were a little bit more adult, specifically in terms of like violence and character development. There are certain things that you can do with the characters in Ninjago, but there's also certain things that you can't do, like certain arcs that you totally could not take those characters in because it's a Lego show. Maybe if Ninjago was meant for an older audience, maybe they could have a little bit more variety in what they can show. I'd probably change that. Ninjago's 22 season feels like the Dark Crystal, not the season's name, but the actual movie. That's what I thought too, because there's a movie called Dark Crystal, right? And according to that Korean TV network channel thing, the season's called Ninjago Dark Crystal. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Maybe the final title will be something like Crystal of Darkness. I don't know. According to Tommy Andreessen, it's probably going to be just one word, right? People have been saying crystallized as a possible title. Sure. Lloyd needs a therapy dog, cough, cough, Akita. There you go. Go back to the Never Realm, bring her back, and call it good from there. You can even bring along her very forgettable brother if you want. What's his name? Kataru? Kataru! Miharu! Takua! Oh, man. Love that. Love the original Bionicle film for sure. Missed the stream. Hey, no worries. The stream is actually going to be uploaded as a video as soon as it gets wrapped up being aired. So you're always able to check them out there if you guys ever miss a stream. And also tomorrow we're going to be continuing the bracket. So come back tomorrow. You can see the epic conclusion of this tournament. Don't bully Kataru. Kataru's beautiful. I like how it turns into a bear. That's a pretty cool animal that they chose. I mean, you got the wolf, fox, kitsune thing, and then you got the bear. Sounds good. I like the bear. The bear's fun. Why don't we answer one more question before we wrap things up today? One more question, and then we will conclude the stream for today's lovely broadcast. I'm going to take a sip of my water in the meantime because my throat's kind of doing the scratchy. You guys know how it goes. Ugh. There we go. Perfect. Ugh. Dying. Alright. Let's answer one more question. Here. Let's see. What should we do? What should we do for like the final question? There we go. Do you miss the idea of Lloyd training to be a sensei? I mean, yeah, that was kind of a plot point that they kind of just dropped, right? I wouldn't say that they dropped it all the way. It's kind of a weird plot point because during season 5, Lloyd was like, oh, if the sensei path is the path that I'm on, then so be it, yada, yada, yada. And then we didn't see anything in Skybound. Hands of Time kind of talked about it a little bit because Lloyd was kind of like the acting sensei because Master Wu was dying. And then once Master Wu actually did die, got pushed through a time stream or whatever, he actually did become like the master or sensei Lloyd. I think that idea could come back in full force in the next season, especially if they're going to be doing like a next generation thing. I'd say you should totally make Lloyd the leader of the team, make him the sensei, maybe training this new generation of characters, because why wouldn't you? Maybe the other ninja could be around too, as kind of co-senseis, co-masters to Lloyd. But I think if anything, they should probably do the Sensei Lloyd thing in season 16, or whatever you want to call the next season. You know, just to give people that plot point again, make it relevant again. But that's just my thoughts on that. With that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the stream here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go over our streaming schedule one more time before we wrap things up here today. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. And as always, I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab as per usual. And with that being said, guys, that'll wrap it up for the stream here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get some hugs in the chat. I agree. Hugs sound good. Let's get some hugs in there. I'll give you guys 5 hugs. Enjoy. With those 5 hugs, you could buy yourself a nice steak and a milk. The meal of a man right there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in as usual. Tomorrow, reminder, we're going to be back with that bracket. We're going to be finishing that up. And then on Friday, Ninjago trivia. So that's the rest of the plan. Rest of the plans for this week. Hope to see you in tomorrow's stream. And I appreciate you guys being there for this one. I appreciate you giving me all the hugs in the chat. Beautiful. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching this stream. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.